knockout, going up against Irish Teddy Mann. And Epps, a big middleweight at 6'2", with a 4-inch height advantage on the 26-year-old man. Hails from Point Pleasant, New Jersey, with his wife, 2 sons and a daughter. There's Irish Teddy. Record of 26-8, 15 by knockouts. He has won his last 4. You may recall a bloody battle he had with Bobby Ches, where he closed Ches's eye, a bout that was seen here on NBC Sports World, although Ches won the fight. Earlier, Bertie had a chance to talk with both Teddy Mann and Robby Epps about today's confrontation.
We're sitting with a man who's going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day 3 days late.
Well, right after I fight Robby Epps, I hope to continue the celebration.
You know, you're fighting a guy that's 6'2", who's got a tall, tubular, thin body.
Well, I like fighting taller opponents. I usually do pretty good. For some reason, I can out-jab them.
You can out-jab a tall guy?
Yeah.
Do you go much to the body on real tall men?
Well, I think with this opponent, you know, I've been training to go to the body. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on. But I like to use a good stiff left jab.
All right. The Robby Epps fight is a very important fight. He's a rated fighter. You get through with him, where do you go?
Well, I'm not really looking past him, but I would like a rematch with Bobby Ches for the state title in New Jersey. It was promised to me, and I've been waiting for over a year now to get a shot at him again. And I'm hoping to get it pretty soon.
You beat Robby Epps, I think Bobby Ches would fight you again.
All right.
I fight every fight like it's a championship fight. This is going to be just like it was, because it's a step closer to the championship, every win, and you need this win to get to the championship.
I noticed a lot of scar tissue on your eyes. Is that cuts a factor in your fights?
No, it's never been a factor. I've never been cut with a punch. It's always been a butt, and I've got good cut men in my corner, and I'm not a bleeder. I've never been stopped with a cutter. It's never really bothered me.
So Robby Epps with the matinee idol looks. In fact, he is interested in an acting career. Made his movie debut in the boxing movie Body and Soul. Biggest victory, as Ferdy mentioned earlier, over Dwight Davison. And let's go to the ring for the introduction.
The all-blue trunks, weighing in at 156 3/4 pounds. This young man is ranked 7th by the World Boxing Council. He has a record of 30 wins, only 1 loss with 15 knockouts. He is a native of Marietta, South Carolina, and now residing in Los Angeles, California. Boxing fans, let's welcome Robby Epps. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the green trunks with the white trim. He is weighing in at an even 160 pounds. This young man has a record of 26 wins, 8 losses with 14 knockouts. He is a native of Forked River, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Ted the Irish Mann.
And the referee, Zach Clayton, bringing the fighters together.
Man, this is your fight. The reason I'm here is to carry out the rules and regulations of the state of New Jersey. That I intend to do. I want you guys to protect yourself at all times. You're on your own. In the event of a knockdown, the boxer scoring that knockdown, I want him to go to the furthest neutral corner, remain there until he's told of his own fighting. You come out before I order you to, I'm going to chase you back. The fellas getting the knockdown must take an 8-second count. Kneeling or standing, it makes no difference. 3 knockdowns fight in this fight is waived. There's no 3 knockdowns in this fight. Protect yourself at all times. Come out fighting the bell. Break when I tell you to break, okay?
And we're set for round 1. You may have noticed the discrepancy in records. The ring announcer, Ed Darien, mentioned 1 record. We related one earlier to you. You saw on the screen another record. One of the major problems in the sport of boxing. And this has gone on consistently. But we have Mann at 26-8 and Epps at 30-1, depending on who you talk to, be it the promoter, the boxer, or the manager. Mann in the green and Epps in the blue with that 4-inch height advantage.
Epps opened up with a very fast combination right on Teddy, but Teddy's doing what he said, out jabbing him. Getting hit by hard right hands, though. Teddy Mann is getting hit by very hard right hands by Robby Epps.
You buy the philosophy of using the jab on the bigger man?
No, I can't even understand what he's talking about, because a guy that tall is going to catch you reaching in there and going to nail you with the right hand. He's already done it about 3 times. I would, however, direct my attention to that long tubular body. It's open.
This is round 1 action. Marv Albert, Bernie Pacheco from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
I can hardly believe my eyes, but Teddy Mann's already got a cut over the right eye. And it is about 1 inch long, and it's right in the eyelid. So the fight not even midway through the first round, already we've got a significant cut. Robby Epps very red in the face from the few jabs he took, but that's because he's very fair-skinned. Both fighters very light-skinned.
And Mann was able to get a left hand in on Epps off that exchange.
Come on, punch your get out. Punch your get out. Come on, work out of it.
Punch your way out, says the referee, Zach Clayton. We're under a minute left. In this first round, Robby Epps attended Eastern New Mexico University, Los Angeles City College. As an amateur, record of 101-9, the National Junior Olympic champion. In fact, Robby was fighting in the National Golden Gloves Championships in Hawaii when he met his manager, Jerry Moore.
Robby Epps, a service brat, said his father took him all over and put him in the amateurs from the time he was little. He was wearing gloves. He's been fighting in the amateurs since he was 10 years old. That's 1-0.
And the blood is now pouring down the right side of the face of Teddy Mann as he sustained that cut very early in this opening round. So they will check out the cut on Teddy Mann between rounds. Between rounds, they worked on the eye of Teddy Mann. Let's listen into the corner of Teddy Mann.
Teddy? Yeah. Got to go for his body. Jab, he's easy hitting the jab, isn't he? Yeah. Now drop behind your jab. He's throwing the right hand. He's trying to come over your jab. Either double your jab or drop behind your jab, okay? Yeah. Your right hand must go around the side. You hit him with a pretty good left hook in the other corner. He's going to loosen up. You hurt him a little bit then.
And this is round 2. We're scheduled for 10. Robby Epps now bleeding out of his right nostril. It has been a bloody start for both boxers.
The cut work done by Manzetti Aliano on Teddy Mann's cut. He put an awful lot of that concrete-like substance, and it seems to have done the job at the opening of this.
Fight Doctor scorecard with round 1 to Robby Epps. Straight left thrown by Epps. Epps looking to use the reach and height advantage.
As long as he stays outside, that's in his favor. Little Teddy's got to come in, and he's got to pound when he gets him in close. Teddy's used to that kind of fight.
Oh, left hand snapped by Mann.
Good snapping hook, left hook by Teddy Mann. He's a tough little guy.
Okay, hold him up.
Teddy Mann likes to fight in close. I've seen him fight an awful lot of times, and his fight is in close. He likes to get in and flail away with those little arms.
And another left by Mann off the break. Mentioned that Epps began his boxing career as an amateur at the age of 10. Mann began at 16 years of age, entering amateur competition, winning 38 of 43 bouts. In fact, as an amateur in the semifinals of the New Jersey State Championship, Mann lost by decision to a fellow by the name of Curtis Parker.
It is amazing that Teddy is trying to out-jab Robby Epps. And he is the aggressor in this round.
gotta get up. Work your way out of there.
And we're final seconds. Second round. And we're on to round 3. How'd you score that second round?
Teddy Mann on aggressiveness. He came inside, he neutralized him, and between rounds, Zach Clayton came in and warned Robby Epps for elbowing and heeling. That's using the lace part of your glove, and said, I'm going to penalize you if you keep doing that. And Robby Epps, like a good service kid, said, yes, sir.
So Epps took the first. Mann took the second. This is round 3. We are scheduled for 10 here in Atlantic City. There you see the even bout to this point. 26-year-old Teddy Mann out of Point Pleasant, New Jersey. 23-year-old Robby Epps, now living in Los Angeles. Epps ranked number 9 by Ring Magazine. Punching left, delivered by Mann.
Good work by Teddy Mann just then. A good combination, and out-jabbed him twice. Robby Epps must throw from outside, and he must throw a lot more than he's been throwing.
That left hand was blocked, but he got the second left in. Oh, Mann with a devastating right hand, setting it up.
Tough little Teddy Mann. You just can't keep that guy away. Corner has done great work. Manzetti Aliano doing great work on the cut. Has not bled since the first round. Robby Epps also not bleeding from the nose this round, in spite of receiving several good jabs right on the nose.
All right, you're tied up both. Get out of there. Get out. Come on. Get out.
Zach Clayton, a very vocal referee.
Barely does he touch the fighters.
I'll take it. Hold up, punches. Get out. Come on.
Steps between them. Looks like Robby is having a hard time deciphering the strange style of Teddy Mann, who's right in front of him, keeps coming, keeps out jabbing him. Oh, reaching punch by Teddy.
Robby Epps has not been able to get off well. His punches have had very little meaning aside from early first round.
Come on.
Early in the first rounds, he was crisp with combinations, and he seems to have abandoned that now. Teddy doing most of the work now.
I'll take it down. Come on. Hey, you got it. Come on.
And so we come to the conclusion of this third round. Right here, lining it up and landing the right hand on Robby Epps and then going to the body.
What he's doing so well is after he throws the punches, he ties up Robby Epps. He just falls right into him and ties him up. That's that club fighting experience of Teddy Mann. He's fought these gritty battles all up and down the Eastern Seaboard, and he gave Bobby Chez a similar kind of fight. If his facial tissues hold up.
Mann has taken the play away from Epps, and you forget about that 4-inch height advantage.
He is not using his height advantage. He is letting Teddy Mann cut him down in size.
All right, Teddy Mann winning the third round on the scorecard of the fight doctor. So Mann in front, 2 rounds to 1. This is scheduled for 10. We have another big day of boxing tomorrow here on NBC. On NBC Sports Ringside, the World Boxing Association Junior Welterweight Championship fight. Undefeated champion Aaron Pryor going against Miguel Montilla. Pryor goes for his 22nd consecutive knockout. That's starting at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And then tomorrow on Sports World, starting at 4. Ronaldo Snipes making his first appearance. Oh, right hand by Mann. And goes to the body effectively.
That was the best body punch of this fight. And he's got Epps going back into the corner.
Come on, both of hands, come on. Get out of there. Come on, put your way out of there, come on.
Teddy Mann teeing off on Robby Epps. As the referee, Zach Clayton, says, punch your way out of it.
That's where he likes it, in that corner.
Oh, what a hand by Mann.
Put that in there, come on. Put that, come on. Put those legs in there, come on.
Good exchange.
Another two good right hands by Robby Epps. I think he feels like he better get started.
Hey, come on.
Crowd reacting, but Mann did not land solidly with that last wild right hand.
But he followed it by a great head. He landed solidly with his head, and Robby Epps' nose is bleeding again.
Go ahead and work. Come on, you hold it, man. You hold it. I'll take it. You hold it.
And as I started to say on Sports World tomorrow, starting at 4, Ronaldo Snipes taking on undefeated Scott Frank. Scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout for Snipes' first appearance since the near incredible upset of Larry Holmes.
Another great hook by Teddy Mann, just as Robby Epps was starting to build up points with combinations.
I'll take it.
Robby Epps fighting a predictable 1-2 combination, and Teddy Mann mixing it up to the body and the head with hooks and jabs.
Teddy Mann, as you watch some of the action, Epps able to land. We had it as Mann's round, although Robby Epps did fight himself out of difficulty on several occasions. As we await round 5, Mann preparing to make his move out of the corner.
Teddy Mann, who looked to be in serious trouble in the first round because of a deep cut right on the eyelid, a dangerous part. It has not been a factor in the fight. The corner work of Aliano has kept it closed.
Mann continues to tee off to the body of Robby Epps.
Well, this fight looks like it's 3-1 as far as I've got it on Mann's aggressiveness and nitty-grittiness. Good right hand.
Set up with the jab.
Right now it looks like the excited nervousness of the East Coast versus the laid-back style of the California. Robby's laid back, but I don't know what for. He better start fighting a lot harder.
Oh, man, again landing with hooks.
Punch out and get out. Punch out and get out. Come on. Get free to punch.
Scoring system in the state of New Jersey is on the round basis. If the round is even, they go to the 5-point system. Break the tie, and the scoring handled by the referee and the 2 judges, Eva Sheen and Tommy Kasmer. Well, look from the overhead view.
That gives us an idea of the space between the fighters. Teddy Mann comes in and cuts that space. It's to Robby's advantage to keep it wide.
And Mann is just pushing Epps all over the ring.
He's manhandling him. Epps has blood on his forehead, but I think it came off of Teddy Mann. Why he lets himself get trapped in that corner, I'll never know, because he does not pile up points, and Teddy does.
Get off!
Oh, now Teddy Mann's eye is really a mess. Teddy Mann's eye is really a horror right now. He's blinking, his blood gets into the eye.
I don't think you can see out of that right eye.
Oh, he's blinking an awful lot. He can't. Robby's picking at it with a nice left jab.
Epps looking more confident.
Well, as he sees his opponent blinking and knows he can't see, he can launch any kind of attack if he circles to that side. No question, Teddy having a tough time.
And it will be major repair work in the corner of Teddy Mann between rounds. the 5th round, a comeback round for Robby Epps off the damage done to the right eye of Teddy Mann.
And that was a severe worsening of that eye. It certainly began to pour blood, and it got into the eye itself. I gave that round to Robby Epps. It's now 2 for Epps, 3 for Mann, none even.
And off the eye problem of Teddy Mann, I would think he has to step up his role here in this 6th round. He could be in big trouble.
I don't know how he could put it into more than he's already put in, because he was at full speed ahead before.
However, Epps came back in round 5, but now a sense of urgency has to be on the mind of Ted Mann.
And it must have inspired Robby Epps, because he's fighting a lot better.
Watch the head. A warning from Epps.
Zach Clayton, don't put your hand behind his head to Robby Epps. And now, Teddy Mann did exactly the same thing.
Epps has not been able to land crisply. That time stumbled.
Off balance as he was pushed by a shorter and stockier Teddy Mann. Referee controlling the fight very nicely. Zach Clayton, walking around a lot, has just warned the corner for coaching. Shut up, don't be hollering. Hard to do when you're in the corner.
Zach taking complete control.
2 good hooks by Teddy Mann, or 3 good hooks by Teddy Mann. And now it comes back. Robby with a combination, the left hand and the right to...
Oh, right hand by Mann.
Mann measuring Robby Epps. He knows he's in trouble with that eye.
Teddy Mann, 26 years old, from Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Record of 26-8, 15 by knockouts. He's won his last 4. Robby Epps, 30-1, 13 by knockout. He's 23 years old, from South Carolina, now living in Los Angeles. And has been a target most of the way, although it has been a close bout, has been a target for that right hand of Teddy Mann.
Teddy much busier than Robby Epps this round. Almost as if he knows he needs every one of these rounds, because he could be stopped at any moment. Right now, as that eye stands, in my opinion, he can go on with it. If it gets much larger, and if it impedes his vision much more, they're going to have to make a tough decision as to whether to stop this.
And we are now final seconds, 6th round. How'd you score that 6th round?
6th round was for Teddy Mann. That gives it 4-2. But I must say, each one of those rounds are very close. It's just that the aggressiveness on the part of Teddy Mann, and the fact that he throws combinations and harder punches and lands more, wins him the round.
Bertie, again, they have effectively closed up the cut above the right eye of Teddy Mann. We'll have to see how long that lasts.
Well, it won't last long. It's pretty deep. If Robby Epps continues to jab.
That's a push. He slipped.
That's no, not correctly called by Zach Clayton. Has a lot to say about the balance, and also a little bit about the weirdness of Robby Epps. Zach Clayton again warning the corner between rounds not to talk, not to scream out.
Now, in amateur rules, talking from the corner is not permitted. In the pros, it is usually up to the referee to control it, and he felt obviously there was excessive chatter from the corner during that last round.
Well, they don't want you to scream. They can control it. The referee can control it in most fights, except, of course, Muhammad Ali's fights.
Yeah.
Nobody could control Drew Houdini Brown. You could hear him all the way out to Australia.
Well, I would think they heard you also, Phil. Midway point, round 7. Mann with the combination. Marv Albert, Bertie Pacheco, Atlantic City, New Jersey. This is NBC Sports Ringside, our second edition. We're scheduled for 10. Middleweights Teddy Mann in the green. Out of Point Pleasant, New Jersey, Robby Epps in the blue. Out of South Carolina, now living in Los Angeles. Epps at 6'2" with the 4-inch height advantage on Mann, but Mann has carried the fight. He has been the aggressor. It's just the start of a big day of boxing here on NBC. heavyweights Michael Dynamite Dukes against Franco Thomas coming up later on. And much action tomorrow.
All right, get back out, Teddy. Back out. Come on, both of you.
Aaron Pryor defending his junior welterweight championship against Miguel Montilla. We'll see Ronaldo Snipes and Scott Frank in what should be a heavyweight slugfest. And again, Clayton gets between the two. This 7th round moving to its conclusion. We'll be back in a moment. And this is round 8. Let's go into the corner of Robby Epps as he takes a pounding along the ropes. This is what took place between rounds.
Take a breath. Come on. Another. Now, Robby, you're trying too hard. You're reaching. Get there before you start trying to punch. And get your feet under you and get your rhythm. Come on, get your rhythm. You're on your heels. You're not on the ball of your feet. You're on the ball of your feet.
On your heels, you're reaching too much. Robby Epps has told him he has not been able to land crisply. Can't seem to connect consistently on Ted Mann.
And he's right. He has been very tentative. He's been very slow. You can see those punches coming. And Teddy, who's smaller and quicker, is able to effectively counter sometimes, outspeed him and go in first. It's that old dicta of the corner, you first. And let me say that Teddy Mann opened that round with a beautiful combination, driving him into the ropes. I have it now, Mann, 4, 3, and 0. Pretty even fight, but the quality of the fight, you'd have to say, really, is going to Teddy Mann.
You gave the 7th round to Epps.
Yes, Epps fought much better toward the last minute of that round. He fought much better. And Teddy kind of coasted. You know he's going to throw that right hand. You can see Teddy just wind up with a right.
That's an interesting move, and Epps got caught. Can you explain that one?
He's not in balance. He doesn't have balance, and he's tired. That's twice he's hit the canvas from imbalance. That time he just sort of sagged a little bit.
Here's Mann to the body with the right hand.
Look at that right hand that Epps is looking at. You can see it. You can see it from the boardwalk. You can see he's going to throw that. I'm wondering how he beat Dwight Davidson fighting like this.
I'll take it. Now.
Similar style when you look at Dwight Davidson, who's also very tall, gangly.
And in action.
Yes.
If you remember our fight from Birmingham, England a few weeks ago.
Saw Tony Simpson because Davidson showed up but did not throw many punches.
Well, this is not exactly the same, but it's sort of physically the same. A very tall man fighting a very determined, shorter guy who is outspeeding him and outgutting him right now.
Final stages, 8th round. We are scheduled for 10. And Teddy Mann, after measuring, connects with the right.
No one in this place didn't know he was going to throw that right hand, and yet he hit it.
And here's round 9. Teddy Mann stepping up against Robby Epps. Let's listen in on the corner of Teddy Mann.
Yes. Yeah, Teddy. That's a 2-round fight now, Teddy. All right, now, follow them combinations. Don't hesitate with that right hand. Teddy, come on. Work your jab. Every time he's close enough, he's got nothing left. Yeah, read deep. Okay? Teddy, deep underneath, and then that right hand, don't hold it, Teddy. Hang it real loose and throw it behind the jab, but drag the back foot one. That's what you see you reaching for.
Oh, great two-handed attack by Teddy Mann. You see what good corner work does. When that round started, he walked all the way over and caught Robby Epps right in his corner. Teddy didn't even get to the middle of the ring before he'd thrown a punch. Now you see that kind of corner work. First they worked on his eye. They put the adrenaline. They put that concrete, which is now coming out of his eye. This concrete-like paste is now coming out. They're doing good on the eye. He's not worried. And more than that, he thinks he's ahead, and he needs these next 2 rounds.
Well, he's ahead on the fight doctor scorecard. You gave him round 8. So it's a 5-3 advantage on the NBC card with Teddy Mann in the green over Robby Epps in the blue.
Certainly the tone of this fight, the weight of effort on the part of Teddy Mann has given him this fight thus far.
And Mann able to land again on Epps. Again, after the measuring maneuver, throws the right hand.
Epps.
Oh, a right hand, double right by Mann.
Yeah, man, with those heads, baby.
Epps very slow on defense. You can see that right hand. He should throw something against it.
Mann to the body and to the head.
All right, hold it, hold it.
Well, everybody in America is waiting to fight Bobby Chez, it looks like. Teddy Mann just said he wants to fight Bobby Chez after this fight. He's certainly earning the right if it keeps on going like this.
And wants a rematch of a very bloody bout between Chez and Mann that was telecast here on NBC.
Teddy Mann is earning the right to fight good middleweights with this fight over Robby Epps, win, lose, or draw. He and James Green would be some kind of a match. Robby Epps looking good from outside with combinations, something he should have been doing from the beginning. Back into the ropes, which is not his place.
Combination attempted by Mann as we end this 9th round, so we will go to a 10th and final round.
Okay, go, man. Back up, man. Zing everything you can.
Teddy Mann on the left, Robby Epps, as we check out some of the 9th round action and a very solid round for Mann.
As you can see, the telegraphing of that right hand is one of those things that should be stopped by Robby Epps. He's much more talented as a boxer. However, the less talented but guttier fighter is winning the fight.
Come on, right?
Now watch how he telegraphs this right. Now you know everybody knows he's going to throw it right there. And yet, Robby's so intent on covering up and going back into the ropes, he gets hit by it. That's why he's losing this fight, in my opinion.
So here's the 10th and final round. Middleweights Teddy Mann and Robby Epps. Coming up later on, heavyweights Michael Dynamite Dokes undefeated. Record of 23-0 against Tommy Franco Thomas. On the Fight Doctor scorecard, Teddy Mann winning round 9.
And it's now 6-3. It's now to the point where either he can stop it on a TK on a cut or knock him out, but that's the only way I think Robby Epps can win this fight.
Earlier in the bout, Mann with difficulties with a severe cut over his right eye, which has been handled very well.
Only one round was it really a factor, when it opened and the blood poured into the eye of Mann, but he's by the round.
Mann connecting on Epps. And again, as Epps looks to tie him up.
Incredible what momentum will do for a fighter.
Mann is looking for the knockout here in this final round.
They're banging heads also. Zach has done a good job of letting him fight inside. Clayton talking to him, but won't touch him. Robby Epps reaching and lunging with the punches and getting hit counters in return.
By this time, Clayton steps in. Incidentally, later on, we'll hear from world-renowned referee Arthur Mercani, and we will watch as he conducts a clinic on boxing rules. Right hand, throw by Mann.
Again, as we demonstrate in the slow-mo, exactly the same punch. Two lefts, loaded up with a right, let it fly. Oh, the Ides of March. We got upsets on the mind here.
Keep in mind, Epps is world ranked number 9 by Ring Magazine, number 7 by the WBC. Teddy Mann is unranked.
And last week we saw the opponent that they had picked out for him, Scipion, take a shellacking from Green, and now the Scipion Epps card would be a battle of the losers.
Exchange as we head down the stretch of this final round. Another strong round for Mann.
Oh, he's fighting like a man possessed. Like a Teddy man possessed.
Very good.
Oh, that right hand again.
And we approach 10 seconds left in this 10th round. And Mann got caught coming in. Well, that will do it. They go to 10. And a solid performance here by Teddy Mann. The crowd responding. Our scorecard has it 7-3 for Teddy Mann. We'll be back for the official decision. Well, the scorecards are being gathered together. And at the center of the ring, announcer Ed Darian getting set to provide the decision as Robby Epps went up against Teddy Mann. Let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Playboy Hotel and Casino here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, the scoring as follows. Judge Eva Shane scores it 7 rounds Mann, 3 rounds Epps. Judge Tommy Kazmarek, he has it 5 rounds Mann, 2 rounds Epps, 3 rounds even. And referee Zach Clayton scoring it 8 rounds Mann, 1 round Epps, 1 round even. And the winner by unanimous decision, Ted the Irish Mann.
So another upset here on NBC Sports ringside. That was the tone last weekend. Teddy Mann by unanimous decision.
I thought it was a gutty performance, and here's a man who wants to say something to you.
Teddy, I got you once. You're coming back. Going for 2.
Okay, thanks, Bobby.
right.
Looking forward to it.
All right, you're going to celebrate St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, we couldn't do anything on St. Patty's Day, but this week I'm going to celebrate.
Were you worried with that cut over the eye?
Yeah, I was. I thought for a while they were going to stop it, but I had a good man in the corner, Eddie Aliano and Pat Versage and Carmen, and they stopped the bleeding enough for me to, take it to them. And my heart was big enough today, and I won it. And I wanted it.
All right, well, congratulations on a really gutty performance and a hard win.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the corner for great work.